All right, friends, welcome to Legs and Core. So today's workout is going to feature a 45-second work interval to a 15-second rest interval. And throughout this workout, we're going to be doing supersets. So supersets are 2 exercises back to back, and we're going to do each superset 3 times. We have 3 separate supersets in this workout. So if you're ready to go, I am too, and we're gonna go ahead and start with our warm up. So what I want you to do is just take yourself to the edge of your mat, take a nice big deep breath in, inhale, and then exhale, let it go. We're gonna go one more time. We're gonna take a big deep breath in, inhale, exhale, hip hinge, fold forward, and you're just gonna hang out right here for just a moment, and you're just gonna sway side to side, navel draws in, and you're gonna just take your time, just trying to loosen up your hamstrings. You can even fold your arms and drop your head. And then I'm gonna have you bend your knees, put your fingertips on the floor, and you're gonna walk forward. From here, you're either gonna come into a high plank or a kneeling plank, and you're just gonna hold it here for just a second. Navel's gonna draw in. We're just starting to engage our shoulders. And no matter if you're on your knees or your toes, we're gonna step 1 foot forward, high runner's lunge, and we're gonna hold. So we're just opening up our body and preparing our body for work right now. So take a couple deep breaths in here. Inhale, exhale. If you want, you could reach up towards the inner thigh. You don't have to. And then you're gonna place your hand back down and you're gonna switch. So modification, you could come kneeling 90 degrees if you don't wanna come with your back leg straight, so you can be here. That's an option. But if you can be with back leg straight, please do. Take that big deep breath in, reach up one more time. And then you're gonna bring it back down. Now you're gonna bring your hand to the floor, foot back, everybody on their knees or toes, and you're gonna give me a set of push-ups. So just starting to warm up the upper body just a little bit. We're just gonna get a few push-ups here. And we're gonna go back into a hip opening stretch. So give me 2 more. And last one. So you're gonna come back into that hip opening stretch. This time everybody's gonna kneel, both knees 90 degrees. Take a nice big deep breath up, and you're just gonna hold it right here. So a couple big deep breaths in. And you're gonna bring your hands back down, switch for me one more time, step forward, kneeling, big reach up. So once again, friends, we're just opening the body, preparing the body for work today. And then you're gonna bring your hands back down. Step your foot back, walk your hands back towards your feet. Take a moment. Now we're gonna do some basic squats. So you're gonna bring your arms out in front, and you're gonna open up wide, in front, and wide. Now your toes are straight as you do this squat. Toes are straight. You're gonna push your knees out slightly so your knees don't collapse inward. Nice, we're gonna get 2 more. Awesome, now you're gonna put your hands on your fingertips and we're gonna hip hinge. Just like we did that forward fold before, we're gonna hip hinge. You're gonna give me just a few here, and then we're gonna go into a squat. So we're gonna make it a combination. All right, so 1 more. Now you're gonna give me a squat, just like we did a moment ago, and then hinge. And then do it again, big squat down, and then hinge. Nice. Almost there, friends. 3 more. 3. Awesome. 2. And last one. Awesome. So now we're just going to take a nice wide stance. We're almost done. We're going to bring our arms out to the side. We're going to reach to one side, big stretch, open up the body. Reach to one side, big stretch. Good. So heart rate might start to come up a little bit. That's okay. Take your time. Anytime you need to take a break, anytime you need to slow down, please do. We're gonna get 3 more. 3. Good job, knee bends. 2. And 1. Final thing I'm gonna have you do, I'm gonna have you come back to the mat one more time, and you've got 2 options. You're either gonna go to a mountain climber that's a little bit fast, or you're just gonna march and bring your knees in. So you can go a little bit higher intensity, or you can keep it slow. We're gonna go about 15 seconds. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. So you're either gonna run, or if you wanna just march. You could also stand up and stand and do a high knee march. So I'll show you what that would look like if you wanna do a high knee option. You could be right here. And we're gonna hang out about 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. All right, warm-up's over, guys. Let's get this show on the road. All right, friends, so our first superset is going to be squats, and it's going to be a glute bridge. And we're going to talk about it as we go. So you're going to start by grabbing your heaviest weights, and you're going to hold them by your sides, and we're going to put 45 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1. Roll your shoulders back and down. We're going to squat down nice and low, stand up nice and tall, squeeze our glutes. So as you do this, your navel's going to draw in, your chest is going to stay proud. You're going to try to keep your weight in your heels, pushing your hips back. Nice, navel stays drawn in. We got about 25 seconds to go. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Wonderful. Also too, making sure when you go down that you're pushing your knees out slightly. Your big toe stays connected, but your knees come out just a little bit as you go down because you don't want to see your knees collapse inward towards the midline of your body. We've got about 10 seconds and we're gonna make our way down to the mat, onto the floor. Now this next exercise is a glute bridge and we can do it weighted or not weighted. All right, 3, 2, 1, here we go. We're gonna drop our dumbbells down. We're gonna come onto our back. We're gonna grab one dumbbell or no dumbbells. You're gonna bring your heels in as close as you can to your backside, and we're gonna lift our hips, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna lift our hips up and then lower back down. Lift our hips up, belly stays drawn in. Now your dumbbell is optional, guys. So we can put this dumbbell back down and we can just put our hands by our sides and lift up, squeezing our glutes at the top, hollowing out the belly on the way back down. Nice. Trying to push through your heel, your big toe, your midfoot. You're getting a big exhale as you come up, inhale as you go down. Wonderful. You should feel your glutes really get tight at the top, big squeeze. We've got about 15 seconds. And my friends, this is gonna be our first supersets. We've got squats and we've got glute bridges. We're gonna do it 2 more times. Almost there, we got about 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Hands behind the knees. We're gonna roll it up. Take as much time as you need. You can pause this video at any time. We're gonna keep rocking and rolling though. All right, so here we go. Second set, same 2 exercises, squats. 3, 2, 1, here we go. We're gonna go down and up. So let's talk about options. I like options, right? So let's say you're comfortable with your dumbbells by your sides. Let's say you're a beginner, you're new. You could absolutely go hands on hips or arms up to the front, body weight only. So you've got that option. You could even put dumbbells on your shoulders. So it's a little bit more advanced when the dumbbells come up, but you've got options, guys. All right, so we've got about 20 seconds. Just take your time. Strength training is slow and controlled. Always in control of the movements that we're doing. Nice. Inhale on the way down. Exhale as we come up. You've got about 10 seconds, a little bit less than that. Almost there. 3, 2, wonderful. All right, so we're gonna go back down to the floor. Weights or no weights. Personal preference. Now, I'm gonna show you a progression this round. So we did feet on the floor, hips up. 3, 2, 1, everybody starts going. Now, if you wanted, you could alternate leg lifts and do a single leg. So this is for my intermediates, if you wanna make it a little bit more challenging, or you can see how this would progress later. So just keep it here for now. Option dumbbell on hips, option single leg alternating lifts. Good job, guys. Big exhale as you come up, inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. Take your time. You guys are doing so good. Hang in there. Nice. Good job. 7 seconds, so close. So we got 1 more round, and that'll let us take a little break and get some water. 3, 2, 1, hands behind the knees, rock and roll it up. All right, here we go. So grab your dumbbells, whatever you need to do. All right, guys, last round, final round here. So we're gonna grab our heavy dumbbells again. Final round of squats. So roll those shoulders back, navel draws in. 3, 2, let's go. So we're gonna drop our hips down, big lift up. Now, one of the mistakes I see with most people doing squats is they wanna start really wide. And what happens is we start collapsing our knees in, and also we don't push our hips back. We lean forward into our shins. The potential for injury is there, so keep your feet underneath you, push your knees out, try to push your hips back into an imaginary chair that doesn't exist, right? Try to tap your booty back to that imaginary chair, and then big squeeze up. So hopefully your legs are starting to get a little bit warm. Remember, you can modify, you can go up in weight, you can put dumbbells on your shoulders. If you need to go no weights, you can do that too. I like options, guys. Hang in there. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. That was your last set of squats. Put those dumbbells down. We're taking it back to the floor. Final round in this superset. We're going back to glute bridge, okay? Going back to glute bridge. Here we go. 3, 2, and let's go. Big lift up, lower down. Nice. Big lift up, lower down. So once again, remember the progression I showed you? You can go alternating legs. You do not have to do this. Also, too, if you're going to do that, sometimes I tell people, put your elbows into the ground and use those to help you lift up. You could also do that if you're here. Inhale down, exhale, lift, big squeeze. Good job, guys. So close, so close. Awesome. Hold those backs of those legs are getting warm, your glutes are getting warm, your belly is in. We're almost there. Here we go in 4, 3, 2, and time. Awesome, guys. So that was the end of circuit 1, round 1. Get some water. We're going right back in. All right, friends, so here we go. Superset number 2. We are going to be doing deadlifts and we're going to be doing reverse lunges. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your heavy dumbbells. We're gonna start with our hip hinge, dumbbells by our side. We're gonna hinge over at the waist. We're gonna keep our knees bent slightly. We're gonna let our dumbbells track right by our thighs and we're gonna come up. We're gonna try to keep our back as flat as possible and eyes will look at the ground as we go down. And then as we come up, eyes are going to come up as well. So we're going to try to keep our spine in alignment, our head in alignment with our spine. And then your second exercise is going to be a reverse lunge. So we're going to alternate legs. You're going to take a step back, drop down, up, and together. So this is how you will begin. And if you're an intermediate and you want to just step back and flow forward, you absolutely can. All right, guys, so grab your heavy dumbbells. Let's do this thing. All right, friends, so grab your heavy dumbbells and we're gonna start with that hip hinge deadlift. So your toes are gonna be forward, shoulders back and down, navel draws in. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, go. We're gonna hip hinge and as we come down, eyes are gonna look down at the ground. And then as we come up, we're gonna look back straight ahead at the TV. Now roll your shoulders back and down, side view, hip hinge. You should be looking for a stretch to come down the backs of the legs. And then when you come up, you should squeeze your booty nice and tight. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Also, too, being mindful to keep your shoulders pulled back. A lot of people want to roll their shoulders back when they come to the top. Already have them pulled back so you do not have to do that. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up, big squeeze, good. We've got about 10 seconds roughly, and we're gonna go into our reverse lunges. So anytime you wanna deload, meaning go lighter, you can. And you can always not use dumbbells. If you're just getting started, guys, it's totally okay. 3, 2, 1, awesome. So I'm gonna take a step forward, and we're gonna reverse lunge. So once again, roll your shoulders back, navel draws in. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. You're gonna step, drop your back knee 90 degrees, come up, feet together. Do it again. Step back, lunge, up, feet together. Once again, if you are a little bit more advanced or intermediate and you want to make it more of a fluid step back and forward, you may. Take it down. Awesome. We got about 25 seconds. Now I want you to keep going. Now, when you're doing this, I want you to make sure that your knee doesn't collapse inward, right? What you're going to want to do is take your femur and find some external rotation in your thigh. So you can see my knee is almost out to the side a little bit, and that's going to help activate my glute and also keep my knee and hip safe. You got about 7 seconds. So this is the front view. I push my knee out slightly as I come in. All right, we'll talk about that more as we keep going. Here we go. 3, 2, time. Awesome. All right, going back to deadlifts. Grab your dumbbells. Remember, friends, anytime you can pause these videos, okay? I know we're going quick, but you got this. Trying to keep that heart rate up. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Hinging at the waist. All the way back up. Nice. Inhale on the way down. Exhale as we come up. Inhale, pull ourselves down. Hinge, back nice and flat. Exhale, come up. Good. Inhale on the way down. Exhale, a big squeeze. You guys are doing so good. So good. Awesome. Now, once again, modification. How can we modify this? We could put our hands by our temples and we could hinge just like in the warm-up, right? This is what we would call more of a good morning, right? So you've got this option to play with that hinge if the dumbbells are too much. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, here we go. Going back into reverse lunges. Same thing. 10 seconds, take a moment, get ready. Set yourself. If you need to drop down the weight, you can. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Step back, drop, up, together. So you'll notice my knees are both bent 90 degrees. I'm trying to keep the weight in my heel to mid-foot. Nice. Step. Together. Beautiful. Step. Together, or you can make it one fluid movement. One fluid movement. Awesome. And then there's that front view, making sure that knee comes out slightly. So we're not letting our knee collapse inward towards the midline. Midline is just the center of your body. Good job. 10 seconds. Almost there. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Amazing job, guys. All right, so we've got one more set to do. One more set. We're gonna go back into those hip hinge deadlifts. All right, get some water if you need it. Pause the video, but we're going back in. 5 seconds. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hip hinge at the waist. Inhale. Exhale, come up. Slow and control always wins the race. In strength training, we're always in control of the movement. All right, we want to think about keeping dumbbells close to the body. Closer to the body, we have more control, more stability. Inhale down. Exhale up. Good. Take your time. Inhale down. Exhale up. Backs of those legs should be getting warm right about now. You got about 15 seconds. Awesome. Inhale down. Exhale up. Beautiful. So close. So close. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, and fabulous. Awesome. So last set, we've got reverse lunges. Once again, if you need to go down in weight, do it. You could also go body weight. So give me one more set here. We'll transition to the next moves and we'll get some water. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So taking it down and up. Inhale on the way down. Navel draws in. Shoulders pulled back. Exhale on the way up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Wonderful. Inhale down. Exhale up. Big squeeze. Good job, team. Beautiful. Nice. There's no rush. No rush at all. Got about 20 seconds left. Woo! I don't know about you, but I'm feeling it. I hope you are too. Good job. Good job. Awesome, friends. Nice. So close. Inhale. Breath is important. Exhale. Big push. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Awesome. Woo. All right. Amazing job. Get a sip of water. We've got one more final round coming at us. We got a little bit more legs. We're throwing in some core. Get some water. We'll be right back. All right, friends, we've made it. This is our final superset. All right, so next 2 exercises, we're gonna be focusing on inner thighs and glutes, and we're also gonna be hitting some core in our obliques. So we're gonna be doing sumo squats. So you're gonna be able to grab 1 or 2 dumbbells. I'll show you with one. We're gonna hold it in between the webbing of our fingers. Toes are gonna turn out slightly. We're gonna bend our knees. Knees are gonna track in the same direction as our toes, and we're gonna come up and we're gonna squeeze our glutes. So we're gonna squat down, knees go out, they're in line with toes, that's the big thing, and back up. Also too, our hips are going backwards. So let me show you side view. So my toes are out slightly, my shoulders are pulled back, my belly is drawn in. I'm gonna push my hips back, I'm gonna make sure my knees go out, I'm gonna keep my chest nice and proud, and then squeeze at the top. So that's gonna be move number 1. Can be done without a weight. Can be done holding 2 weights for people who are intermediate. All right, so second exercise, Russian twist. We're gonna have a seat. 2 options, heels down, heels up. So beginner, intermediate, okay? All we're gonna do is twist side to side, chest stays lifted, and try to think about keeping your heart open. We don't wanna collapse down. We wanna try to keep our chest open and rotate our torso side to side. Once again, if you wanna bring your feet up, you can. You do not have to. All right, so let's get ready. We're gonna go back to our sumo squat position, and let's do this thing. All right, friends, let's grab a heavy dumbbell. We're going into those sumo squats. We've got 45 seconds going on the clock. Toes gonna be turned out slightly. Navel draws in. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So you're gonna hinge down and big press up. Navel draws in, chest is open. Nice. Once again, you're gonna feel a stretch on those inner thighs. And a lot of us sit down so much during the day, this might feel a little bit tight, and that's okay. So maybe you don't go as low. Maybe you're coming about halfway and up, right? Take your time. Do what you can do today with the body you show up with, right? Everybody's gonna be different. One day you're gonna come in, you're gonna be super loose, maybe do some yoga the day before. One day you're gonna be like, wow, I'm so tight. So just listen to your body, honor your body. We got about 10 seconds. See, all my talking, it just made it go by quick, right? Exactly. All right, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. We're gonna take it down to the mat. Here we go. So 1 dumbbell, no dumbbells, heels down or feet up. We got options, all right? So take a minute, adjust. I'm gonna leave my heels down. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna rotate and rotate. Once again, I'm going to twist my torso so my heart is going to one side of the room and to the next side of the room. So if you don't have a dumbbell, you could be here. You could also bring your hands down and twist if you wanted to go no dumbbell. So you've got that option, or dumbbell. Take your time. We got about 20 seconds to go. You guys look great. Big twist. Navel stays drawn in. Amazing. You guys look good. Whew. So close, friends. 7 seconds. Twist, twist. 3, 2, excellent. Awesome. Woo. All right, let's take it up. We got our 15-second transition. Remember, they are quick. Trying to keep that heart rate up a little bit. Here we go. Sumo squats. Turn your toes out. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We're going to squat down and big press up. Very important that the weight is on this heel to midfoot, that we're not in our toe box when we do our squats, all right? So stay grounded, stay grounded. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up, big squeeze. We're breathing, 20 seconds. So close. Good. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, we're going to make our way back down to our mat. We're moving right along, friends. We got about 10 seconds. This is end of the second round. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We're going to rotate side to side. Remember, open your heart. Keep your chest open. Don't collapse down, and don't just move your arms. Big rotation in that torso. Nice. Good job, friends. So close. Now, progression. Remember we talked about feet up? You could do that too. You can see where this is going. You can see how you can keep getting better and better, keep getting stronger and stronger, building on the same exercise. All right, 10 seconds, guys. Hang in there. So close. Twist, twist, twist. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Woo. I don't know about you, but that one got me. All right, let's do this one more time. So we're gonna take it back up. Sumo squats, final round, guys. Final round. We're going in about 7 seconds. So set your feet, toes are wide. Both hands grab that dumbbell. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Last round here. We've got 2 exercises left. We've made it. And then we're going to do our cool down. Hang in there. So once again, use that breath. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Big squeeze. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Wonderful. Inhale, belly pulls in. Exhale. Now you can even do a little pause at the bottom. You can come down and pause. Woo. And then up. Oh my goodness, that changes it, right? Good job. Little pause. It's our last set. Let's really push ourselves right here. Little pause. Good job, good job. Nice big squeeze. Take it down, big pause. Good. 8 seconds. You can do this. Hang in there. Fight with me. Stay with me. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, here we go. Taking it down to the mat. Final time. We made it. Last exercise. All right. Holding both ends of the dumbbell. Reset. Heels down, heels up. Your choice. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Twist, twist, twist. Nice, take your time. Once again, chest is open. Anytime you need to take a break, do it. If you need to take a moment and sit up, you absolutely can. There's nothing wrong with that. But then come right back in. All right, you guys got it. 25 seconds to go. We made it. Stay strong, keep pushing. Stay strong, keep pushing. Little twist, little twist. Nice. Almost there. Beautiful. So close. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Awesome. All right, my friends, that was amazing. I don't know about you, but I am sweaty. All right, so let's get ready and let's cool down. All right, friends, so amazing job on your legs and core workout. We're gonna take a few moments now just to bring our heart rate back down, just to stretch a little bit. And we're gonna start with our legs out in front of us. We're gonna take a nice big deep breath in. Inhale, exhale, hip hinge, dive forward. And you're just gonna hang out right here. Now you can be holding on to your shins. You can hold on to your knees, a little bit of a forward lean. If you wanna hold on to your toes, you can. But everybody's gonna be different in their flexibility. So we're just gonna hang out here and breathe for just a few moments. Good job. Awesome. So you're going to sit up. You're going to cross one leg over. You can leave your knee bent, or you can bring it all the way over here. Okay, so it's really up to you. I'm going to have us with a figure 4, and we're going to sit up nice and tall. And we're just going to hold it right here, stretching out our piriformis and our glutes. Now, muscle is medicine. It's important that we move our muscle, that we engage our muscles, but we also need to refuel and refeed our muscles. So after you strength train, it's very, very important to get protein into your system. Liquid protein is best. It could be from a collagen protein, switch. It could be whey, it could be pea, it could be rice. It's whatever works for you. I particularly like protein shakes because they're easy to digest, and quick digesting protein after a workout is really good, but you could absolutely still go and eat a meal. So perfect time to have a little bit of carbohydrates, refuel the muscles, and then also protein is important. Nice, so nice big stretch here. Wonderful. Now you're gonna let that go. We're just gonna flip around. So you're gonna recognize this from the warm up, kneeling hip opener stretch. We're gonna be here again. Arms are gonna be up, big reach. Now I'm gonna face you because this time we're gonna get a little torso rotation. So we're gonna come here and we're just gonna rotate. Stretch behind. And then switch. So same thing. Right here, arms up first. Inhale. Hold it. And then reach behind. And then let it go. So we're just gonna make our way up to standing. You're gonna take a nice big deep breath in. You're gonna grab your wrist, you're gonna pull it over to one side. Your feet are gonna be nice and close together underneath your hips. Stretching out the lat, you'll feel that stretch come down your side body. Back to center, and then over. And then one more time, big deep breath in. The most important thing we do each and every day is we give ourselves love in some sort of way. So reach out wide, give yourself a big old hug. You guys did awesome today. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is your legs and core workout. I will see you guys on the next workout. Be good, take care. Make sure to go refuel. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Be good.